So welcome back to the world's first phone 4 weeks later, thoughts and feelings from WhatGear. So I've been using this Xperia X for some time now. They just announced a new X compact at the IFA. I did a quick video on that. My sister did the hand modeling for it. It looks really nice, and they've actually stepped up the camera a little bit. On this one, it does have a 23 megapixel camera, but the new one's actually got some new laser autofocus and a dedicated sensor for color and white balance as well. But saying that, the camera on this is fantastic. I was in Berlin, took some really nice photos of the cathedral there. I was super impressed. Everyone I've shown them to were really impressed by it. But I have to say, after using this phone for 4 weeks, there's a few things that really stand out that really impressed me a lot. The color strength is fantastic. The cameras, the front facing camera is 13 megapixel wide angled, which is really nice. When you're doing those selfies, you don't have to extend your arm as far as you can to get everything in. With the selfie cam on here, it gets a lot more information at a shorter distance. You see there, you see a lot of the ceiling. The battery life is good. I have to say though, if you're a Pokemon Go player and you're walking around with this thing, you probably get to about 5 o'clock in the afternoon before the battery starts to get down to the 15%, and the ultra power saving mode then comes in handy. When I was walking around Berlin, there was just Pokestops everywhere, so I couldn't resist it. I was just walking around playing Pokemon Go to and from the IFA. But on a normal day, if you're not using it like I was, you'll get to the end of the day with probably 25% battery left. You do have an ultra power saving mode, which is really handy as well. Let's have a look at that. And it actually looks really nice as well. Sometimes on phones, when you have like a sort of stamina mode, they look really horrible. On this one, it actually looks pretty nice. As you can see there, 38 hours and 27 minutes. Strips the phone right down to the bare minimal, so you just have the phone basic features. They do let you have an FM radio though, which is quite impressive, and the camera. But in this mode, 38 hours and 27 minutes. I don't know how accurate that is personally. I haven't tested it. I thought about doing a video where I sort of get this down to about 5% battery and switch it to ultra power saving and seeing how long it will last while I'm walking around with it. That is a great feature of this phone, I have to say. The design as well, you know, it's really comfortable, it's really solid. I do like it. There's some other really great features, like the speaker quality on it is really fantastic. Front facing stereo, so you've got a speaker here and a speaker here. The only sort of thing that annoys me about these speakers is they actually collect a lot of dust inside there, and that really bugs me. I need to get like an air spray thing to like sort of get the dust out of those bits. Hopefully that won't damage the actual speakers on the phone itself. Another really impressive feature for the Xperia X is the screen scratch resistance. I've been using this without a case, and I have to say the screen is basically perfect. You have to look really closely to see any sort of scratches on that screen. On the back, however, on the actual camera there, don't know if you can see that, but the black sort of paint on the camera is starting to rub off, and that's just from it being in my pocket. Not a big problem. The back of the phone, a little bit of a fingerprint magnet, but it doesn't really scratch either, which is really nice. I like that a lot. Let me just do my pattern off the screen. So the fingerprint sensor, now it's side mounted. Now it's side mounted, and it is effective maybe sort of 80% of the time, not 100% of the time. And it's quite annoying when you sort of just want to use it quickly and you have to do the pattern. It kind of feels a little bit old-fashioned now doing a pattern unlock, but it does work most of the time. I think it could be better. Maybe they could position it somewhere on the back, similar to Huawei or something like that. Huawei, everyone goes for that central position. I kind of feel like my finger goes naturally to the sort of top right corner, but then if you're left-handed, you might sort of reach for the camera there, so I don't know. Also, this phone, one of the things I noticed is here and here feels a little bit hollow. I'm not sure if they've done it on purpose for the speakers, maybe to get a bit more depth out of those speakers might be the reason why they've done that. But if there's empty space there, it kind of makes me think, why don't they put a bit more battery in this? The battery did let me down a few times. I'll tell you what's great though, another great feature here is the fact that you can go from standby to camera really quickly just with that camera button there, and you can take a photo almost immediately. So if you want to take a picture of something quickly, as maybe it's a nice sports car driving past, you can literally pull this out of your pocket. You got the camera button right there, you hit that. 0.6 seconds is what they boast, and it hasn't really let me down, to be honest. It has actually worked every time I've gone to use it. So yeah, the USB-B is surprisingly fast charging. That's another improvement they've made on the compact. They've actually changed it to a USB-C, but the USB charge is really fast on this as well. The headphone jack is in a good place, and I think that's pretty much it. I mean, there's lots of really great stuff about this phone. The Xperia sort of transfer thing, transferring from one phone to another using NFC actually worked really well for me. It kind of set everything up exactly how I wanted it. This is great. This is an exclusive for Sony. I know there is ways around this to get this on other Android phones. The PlayStation Remote Play. Now your PlayStation does have to be on to use this, but it does work pretty seamlessly for me. I guess it will depend on your modem and the kind of traffic going through your modem at the time. But the PlayStation Remote Play is a great feature. You can get the little bracket. I actually got the little bracket on Amazon. If it's something you're interested in, I'll put a link to that in the description. You can actually clip it straight onto your PlayStation controller. You can play PlayStation from anywhere as long as you've got Wi-Fi. I haven't tried it outside of the house, only within my house here on my Wi-Fi. I'm not sure if I'm on someone else's Wi-Fi and leave my PlayStation on, that it'll work as seamlessly or at all even. It's something I probably should look at. If you guys want to see that video, I could give that a go. But I really want to make videos that you guys want to see, so if no one leaves a comment, I probably won't do that one. Volume rocker, slightly strange place, but it's pretty easy to reach. I'd prefer it to be a bit higher up, but obviously it can't be because of the fingerprint sensor there. And that's pretty much it. One thing I have to say though is having the on-screen home, back and backgrounding buttons here on the screen kind of uses up a bit of the space there on the home screen. I like having the off-screen stuff, I really do. What would be really great with this phone is if they kind of shortened the height and had the back and home buttons down here, and that would have been great. Bit more screen and a bit less phone. You have that with the compact. I think they've really compacted it down, but also they have the screen quality as well. The screen quality on the compact is 720p, but then in a smaller space you probably wouldn't notice the difference in screen quality between the two. But anyway, this is a great phone. It really is. I recommend you check this out. I really love this phone. The design is probably the nicest Xperia design I've seen for a while. The ZX is really nice as well. I'm hoping, sorry, the XZ is really nice as well. I'm hoping I'll get hands on with that to test that out with the new triple sort of sensing camera tech, or possibly the compact version of this. But yeah, it's a great phone. If you guys want to check this out, there will be a link to this product if you want to buy it. I really like it. It's a really good upper mid-range smartphone. It is a Snapdragon 650, I believe, with 3 GB of RAM, so it's not like a really high spec phone, But I tell you what, for what I use it for, it hasn't let me down. The only thing I can say is the battery, for me, using it a lot for social media and Pokemon Go, didn't really stand the test of time during the day. But lucky for me, I carry around a battery pack to charge it, and it does charge super quick. So anyway, that's it for the Xperia X. Really like it. Fantastic phone, fantastic screen, fantastic sound, really good power behind it. And yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching this phone's freestyle 4 weeks later, thoughts and feelings. I'm still working on that title, a new series from WhatGear. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and you will be one of the finest subscribers known to man. And I'll see you guys in the next one, so don't be late.